What is up, guys? It is Tervil here, and welcome to episode 3 of the FIFA 13 career mode. I lied. It's the FIFA 14 career mode. Got you. Anyway, this is the longest episode so far. We have just under 20 minutes of gameplay. Well, a little bit under. It's like 17, but whatever. Guys, I want to thank you so much for all your support on the first two videos. It's really, really helpful. And I'm going to take some of your suggestions into hand, and some of your suggestions I'm not going to take into hand for budget reasons or for whatever reason it is that I feel that that player doesn't fit in the team for whatever reason. But whatever. Basically, I still want to sign this CAM. Zizinho is the man that I'm going to go for, but I felt that I didn't want to, I didn't want to sign him. I wanted to loan him because I wasn't sure. He's sort of this player from Brazil that no one's really heard of. My scout didn't really give me too much of a good report. Sigurdsson, on the other hand, is a massive player who I would really, really love to buy, but Spurs, well, I just don't know what they value him at, and I don't really want to pay all the money that they want for him. I mean, we inquire for him, but we'll see how much he actually wants. So yeah, that'd be interesting to see, But whatever, here we go. So we do some more scouting stuff. Again, I'm just looking for another fullback. I really want a fullback and a centre attacking midfielder, like I've already said before. And out of the ones I'm scouting, I'm looking most at Danny Rose. Danny Shaw. That's like a combination of Luke Shaw and Danny Rose. That's really weird. Why did I just say that? Anyway, Danny Shaw. Danny Rose is the player I want to sign from Tottenham. As you can see there, he's in the defence. He's really high up on my list. I feel he's very affordable, and he's got some good, Premier League quality, but a little bit more milking, and a little bit more milking of his talents and experience will help him a lot. But anyway, we have a match against Fiorentina, and today's episode we are actually going to finish up the pre-season just to see where we are with the team and what we can do next episode when we start in the league in a tough game against Manchester City. But a really, really good catch by Krul there. I did play my strongest team against Fiorentina after the 1-0 loss to Bayern Munich. I felt it had to be done, but it didn't really start well. I mean, Fiorentina were on the attack a lot in the early 20 minutes to half an hour. They had all of the chances, and we were sort of just defending, trying to find our way forwards in the game. And it was a little bit slow for me, and I wanted to speed things up a bit. It was a really good catch by the keeper here from the corner to deny them. So it's still 0-0. Tim Krul doing a massive, massive roll. Colaccini there just misplacing his back pass, and the keeper had to give away another corner. So again, Fiorentina, like I said, are just all over us in the early minutes. I really was surprised that Fiorentina actually had this amount of firepower, but they whip it in, and we get it out, and then we go straight in the counter-attack. Look at this. Pape Cisse down to Ben Arfa. Ben Arfa sees the runner, Cisse, puts it forward. Cisse's pretty much 3-on-1. So what does he do? He just curls it straight into the top corner like some sort of animal. I don't understand how he does that, but I will salute him back. Jesus Christ. What an amazing goal. For the first goal that I've scored in the FIFA 14, it was such a good goal. I mean, outside of the foot, he curled it around the keeper into the top corner. It literally was the best goal I have ever seen. I don't know what that was from the defender, but luckily Gomez didn't get a strike on target. Again, we're in that sort of position. Dan Gosling here having a shot, hitting the bar. So, we haven't, and then some sort of overhead kick from whoever that was. I mean, it wasn't really going to pull off. Ben Arfa tried to keep the ball alive, giving it to Papis, but Papis loses out, unfortunately. And that was the chance. But like I said, Fiorentina were all of us. They had all of the chances, but we had the cleaner cut chances until the 45th minute. Always a 45th minute goal. As you can see, EA Cheese still exists in this game. Borja Vorello. No, that's not his name. I just wanted to say it in a weird accent. He scores. He just took it really quickly, stopped it with his left foot and then finessed it into the bottom corner with his right. And a little bit of skill here from Vargas early on in the first half led to Tim Krul punching the ball out. And, we were relatively safe. But then Fiorentina came on us once again. And, I just don't understand how they do it. Mario Gomez is a top quality striker, but he should have scored that. Luckily, his effort just went wide of the post. And we managed to stay alive and stay on top of things. However, a lovely, lovely 1-2 led to Tim Krul again being a influential figure at the back there. And it's very much down to him that we didn't actually lose this game. But Pape Cisse, what a goal. What a goal. For the few 10 minutes after the goal, we had the Cisse effort and then the Dan Gosling effort. We were on top of the game, but other than that, Fiorentina dominated us. So it shows that we still have room for improvement. But with improvement, we can only bring in better players. And one of those players is DeMarcos. Atletico Madrid value him at 7 million. And, well, you saw last episode what I offered for him transfer-wise. And now it's down to contracts. As you see, I offer a 50,000, 3 years, and an important first team player, pretty much mirroring his contract that he has at Atletico Bilbao right now. So, well, hopefully he accepts. I mean, I could really do with another centre-attacking midfielder, and we all know that Spanish players are amazing. But back into the transfer section just to see how my players are doing. I back out again. I mean, I was a little bit confused at this point what to do with the transfer network because I didn't really understand. I wanted to get Nick Power, but unfortunately he's on loan at Wigan from Manchester United, so he was out of the question. But there we go. I'll go down. I did make some inquiries, but I mean the prices were just too high. Chelsea wanted 20 odd million for De Bruyne, and Spurs wanted like 10 million for Sigurdsson. It was never really going to happen. Again, I want a centre back if I can. If I can get a pacey centre back to add to Colaccini and Yang and Biwa at the back. One of you guys suggested Kurt Zouma. Kurt Zuma's too expensive for me. I did search him up a little bit off camera. He was too expensive for me. At the time that I searched him, I didn't have the budget to sign him because I'd already made a little bit, I was a little bit further in, and so I had already made some more signings. But anyway, we still have our first signing to come. We haven't got a signing yet, and before the season starts, we really ought to have some players that we can use to strengthen the squad in every single position that we can. And finally, the offer comes in for Danny Rose. The offer is made for Danny Rose, 2 million. Spurs value him at 5, so I offer 2 million. Plus, who's the young left back I really like? I can't remember his name. It's like Harvey. It starts with a H. That's him. I offer him. Looking back on this in retrospect, I probably shouldn't have done it. I mean, Hidara was only like 3 levels worse than Danny Rose, and 3 years younger. So technically he had 3 years to get to the level that Danny Rose is at, which I think under my leadership, because obviously I'm the best manager that FIFA 13 has ever seen. I don't know about FIFA 14. But under my leadership, he probably would have done that. But, whatever. We sold him, or we offered it up to sell him for Danny Rose in exchange. So, again, just fast forwarding through some transfer stuff here. I'm scouting still DeMarcos from Spain. And I didn't realise that at this point there's pretty much no point having shit scouts, alright? If you have really bad scouts, you're not going to get anywhere from them. So just get rid of them. But anyway, I went to the match against Almeria. I wasn't really up for this match. I was still sort of in the transfer mindset. I didn't really want to play the match. I just more wanted to sign the players that I was looking for because things were really starting to heat up. I was starting to understand how the transfers work, and that was a great tackle. I love the fact that the players hold their hands up. It's really realistic, to be honest. But then Tiote just unleashes Ben Arthur. Ben Arthur on the wing, he's going to go forward, steam forward. No one's going to catch him. But unfortunately, his shot doesn't make it past the keeper. And, well, that was that. We have a little bit of a replay on that. The keeper does really, really well to save it initially. And it does go out for a corner. We whip the corner in. Ryan Taylor couldn't manage to get his head on it. Vernon Anita went for the finesse shot around everyone into the bottom corner. But it was miles off target. And that was the first chance of the match gone before they had a corner of themselves. Or coming out from a corner at least. You can see they have the ball around the edge of the box. And I just don't know what to do with it. I can't really get the ball. It definitely feels like on World Class that most of the teams you play against are Barcelona. So after this game... I think it was after this game. But whatever it was. Yeah, after this game I lowered it down to professional. Just to give myself a little bit more of a chance because, like I said, I'm still getting used to FIFA 14. Don't know how they missed that. That should have been in. I'm still getting used to FIFA 14, so I think professional is a very, very good level for me to get used to it at. And then when I'm happy with it, I can switch to world class. What a bit of defending there from Ryan Taylor. I think it was just heading over his bar after the cross came in, and their player was on hand to tap it in behind him if he wasn't there. But then, speaking of tap-ins, what is that? I don't know how that happened. The ball ended up in their player and he scored into the open net, making it 1-0 for them. I mean, like I say, I wasn't in the mindset to play this match. Neither were my players. We all wanted to do, all we wanted to do was to just sign some players to just strengthen the squad and not to lose against Almeria or whoever they are. I don't know who they are. Don't know what the division they're in, but whatever. We whip it in. Remy nearly had a chance to grab us a consolation, but he couldn't. So yeah, I went with 2 strikers at the end. I did go with 2 strikers. Paul Dummett was actually playing this match. I'm considering putting Dummett on loan, as I don't think he's going to get much playing time. One of you guys mentioned that in the comments section of the first episode, I think it was. So yeah, like I say, guys, I do read all the comments. Thanks for all your suggestions, and I'm looking very much forward to creating a really good team based on my knowledge, and of course based on all your suggestions. Because most of the teams that I made last year were based on your suggestions. I mean, remember the Sevilla team in FIFA 13? Boney was your suggestion. De Vrij and Corker were both of your suggestions. And who was the other one? Insigne, of course. I mean, yeah, but Suso steps up and puts it into the back of the net. Like I say, I can't use my right stick on my controller, so penalties are pretty much unstoppable. So yeah, at this point I was like, oh, can we just end this match? I just want to sign my players. I really don't want to play the rest of it. But whatever, we have to keep playing. We can't forfeit. Ben Arthur here giving it to Taylor, seeing if we can create something. He whips it in, but nothing comes from the header, and we do lose 2-0. But anyway, back to the transfers. Dimarcos here. He says that he doesn't. He said in an email that he doesn't want to move because he doesn't want to relocate because he likes living life where he is. So I offer him 65,000 on top of his previous 50, 3 years and a crucial first team spot. So basically I just raise it up a little bit in every department. And then I go through here and I just loan list and transfer list all of the players who I think don't have a chance in the first team, and that is most of them. I did release some of them from their contracts because honestly, what am I going to do with 50 rated players? Like, players rated in the 50s, what am I going to do with them? I am literally never going to play them in the Premier League. But anyway, here comes the big boy, Christian Teo. That's the man I was after. As you see, I went into the transfer window and I just searched midfielder for Barcelona because I know that obviously Spain have all the talent. And it came up with Christian Teo, and I asked my scout to search him because I was very happy with him at Barcelona in FIFA 13. They said they want 8 million. I didn't offer 8 million. I did not offer 8 million. I felt that was very much over the deal. But anyway, Spurs came back and say they accept the offer of Danny Rose plus of 2.5 million for Danny Rose plus Haidara, I think his name is. I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm sorry. But I offered Danny Rose pretty much the same contract, or pretty much what he wants. Sorry, not the same contract. What he wants, and we'll see if he accepts it. Potentially our first signing underway. I'm still looking for this centre attacking midfielder. This guy looks really, really promising. 86 and 87, agility and acceleration, good balance, and good, well, relatively good sprint speed as well. But you know, he doesn't have a face. I hate players who don't have a face. It really, really annoys me. But yeah, like I said, I really was looking for these scouted players. But trust me, guys, if you have a really bad scout, like two-star judgment or worse, just get rid of him. It will not be worth your time to have a scout that has 2-star judgment. I promise you, it will not be worth your time. 3-star judgment or above is what I go with, and I'm a Premier League standard club. I should be 4 or 5 stars really, but there was no. When I looked on the transfer or on the scout list, there was no 5-star scouts. So I was a little bit, disappointed for that. Because I would have loved a 5-star scout. I would have put in a 5-star scout and then probably just left my 3-star scout, and that would have been it. But whatever. We move into some more negotiations now. I do apologise for the little bit of a black screen that some of you may have had there, but it's back now. Like I say, I was trying to understand the transfer. I really like what they've done. It really does beat just searching a player's name and then signing him. Because what if you don't know that player? What if you don't know that player? But anyway, the offer I made for Christian Teo was 3 million. So he's valued at 8 million by Barcelona. I offer 3 million plus Marvo. Marvo, 4 million. I did raise it to 4 million. Marvo could be on his way to Barcelona for Christian Teo. Marvo at Barcelona. I think I'm saying his name wrong. But anyway, we carry on. We have an update from Spain. They found one player who matches my criteria. Literally, this guy is just scouting the players that I want. Danny Rose is still a big player, obviously. Gylfi Sigurdsson was another big candidate for the centre attacking mid spot, but he cost a little bit too much. As you see, I just got rid of the other players. Someone wanted Dan Gosling, 2.4 million. I was like, no, boy, I want 4.5. And in retrospect, that was a stupid offer because I could have got rid of Dan Gosling and then got an even better centre attacking mid for centre mid for 2.5 million or whatever they would have given me. I could have got a better player. I mean, I was looking at some of the other leagues around, and I found some really good centre attacking centre midfielders, not centre attacking midfielders that I wanted. But my scouts didn't really give me a good report on them, so I decided to deny them the chance to come to Newcastle. So now we're just looking at a winger. We've signed DeMarcos. He's a really good player. Hopefully, well, we haven't signed him yet. We're still hoping for him to accept the contract. But him, Danny Rose, they are potential new additions to the team. So it'll be really, really good. See, at this point, I realised that the scouts that are shit are just not worth it. So I just start recalling them back and getting rid of them. I start first with Daniel Tempest, and then I soon go and do it with Stuart Williams because the other ones are bad. But yeah, we're still looking for the winger. But Christian Thiago looks like a big, big acquisition. Danny Rose accepts the contract offer, which is really, really, really good. It means that we have our... Well, is it our first or our second signing? I'm not sure. I think it's our first. But anyway, we get a steal here. He's valued at 5 million. We're for 2.5 plus Haidara. That's like 3 million. A little bit less than 3.5. And he accepts. So that is brilliant, brilliant news. I think we've already signed him, Marcos. I'm really confused. I think we've already signed him, though. I think he did accept the contract. So that's nice. Christian Thiago here. He's the biggest spender, or the biggest, cost that I've had all summer. That's the contract I from. I think it was 70,000, in excess of 70,000, which is just really, really, really big amounts of money for a player at Newcastle United, considering our most paid player was like Cabaye at like 80,000 or something. So pretty much matching that. But anyway, I do a little bit more scouting. I'm not sure who I'm looking for now. I have a pretty good squad. I'm happy with all the players that I have, and I don't think there's many more additions that I can have that will really improve. I'm looking for another centre back. That's the good thing. I'm looking for a pace demon at the back because my two current centre backs are a little bit on the slow side, but they are good together in the air. And obviously Colaccini's just a leader. He'll sort things out at the back, and just organised a little bit like John Terry does for Chelsea. But anyway, we have a new signing, as you saw there. His name is Danny Rose. So yeah, guys, it is coming towards the end of the episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. It's been 17 minutes of good fun. If you have enjoyed it, if you could please leave a massive like. Just smash the like button. I really, really much appreciate it. I mean, my first video got like 40 views in like probably 2 hours. So I was really happy with that. I want to thank you guys all for your support. And let's start achieving a little bit more. Let's go for 100 views a video and just start raking in all the comments and likes. I would very much appreciate it. It would motivate me to enormous extents. You have no idea. But a little look in the calendar for next episode. We have Manchester City coming up in the first game of the season. So I will see you in the first game of the season in the next episode, where we play probably the best team in England. But then again, we haven't played Chelsea yet. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.